Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to just have a relaxing, stress-free art day in my sketchbook. If you've seen any of my videos before, I like to do intuitive drawing and painting. It sets something free in my brain to just create. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna have a purpose today. So my purpose today is going to do a bunch of landscapes. I wanna do more than one landscape. I might end up doing only one landscape if I really get into it, but that's gonna be the theme. So the theme is landscapes. You know, I didn't have a plan going into this video. I'm literally making it up on the fly today, so bear with me. Here's the things I do know. I do know that I want to do intuitive drawing and painting, landscapes. I want to make it messy but cool looking, okay? So I'm gonna use probably these two art supplies, Neocolor IIs and Stabilo Woodys, but if I'm feeling a little froggy, I might also use my Derwent ink tints. There's not very many in here. It's just like a 12 color set. So I have these off to the side just in case, you know, just in case I wanna mess around with those. But mostly I'm gonna be using these guys right here because I just love using them so much. They're my go-to art supply right now. All right, so I'm just gonna get started. In case you're wondering, this is a Moleskine sketchbook. Basically, it's like, what do you think of when you think of a landscape, right? You know, you have land, right? And land usually has some kind of grass. It could be a field. It could be mountainous. I could do some mountains. Let's do a big old mountain right here. Boom. And it's really flat here, so do I want to kind of make it a little bit more up? I think so. Let's make it like that. So we're going into the distance, and then there's a big mountain. And I'm gonna add a little more green to the front, and maybe even some tall grasses, because this will be really close. I can even make it really green with some bright color green. Okay, and do we want trees? I think we do want trees for sure. So let's do a big tree right there. Making decisions made. And let's put another tree right next to it, I think. Maybe it's a kind of a broken tree. And maybe we can have some like Christmassy kind of trees off in the distance. And I can't forget to make them different sizes. With the mountain, it's like, do I want it to be a snow-capped mountain or not so snow-capped? I don't think I want it to be snow-capped. Okay. I think I want it to just kind of be rocky, and that'll be good. I have a sky in here. And I think I want to make these trees a little bit different. You know, kind of have them like, almost like palm trees, how palm trees kind of lay over like that. But obviously they're not palm trees, but that's kind of like the shape I want the branches to have. It's kind of like a palm tree kind of look. I'm not looking at a reference picture for these trees. And this is one of the fun things about a sketchbook, is like you get to play around and figure out what kind of things work and what kind of things don't work. Keep that in mind. Let me get some water on here real quick. If you're trying to keep things moving, keep it intuitive, you want to stay away from like thinking too hard about it, like to come up with something. So it's okay, you know, once you've come up with something, it's okay to look up a reference photo if you need to. But until that happens, I like to just go with the flow. Now that this is dry, I'm thinking about the composition. I got a lot going on over here, not so much going on over here. And I thought about putting a lake, but then it's like, I don't really want to put a lake. I think I want to do like some really close blades of grass. And then I kind of want to have one really close like this, and, you know, have some in the background. All right. Like randomly, I feel like doing a grasshopper. I have drawn a grasshopper once before, but I don't really remember what it looks like. So we're gonna freestyle a grasshopper. And I know that their heads, do their heads look like praying mantis heads? No, praying mantis heads have big old eyeballs. So I think their heads are kind of round with a point like that. So there's my grasshopper's head. And he's gonna have big eyes. Grasshoppers also have like the big leg parts. So the leg part comes up and then the leg goes back like that, I think. And then he's probably 3 segmented maybe. So you got the head and then you got the chest part, right? And then you got his backside. So his wings probably come down like that. And we'll have it go off that way. And we'll do a leg like that. Okay. And another leg like that. Then you got to have the antenna looking like a grasshopper. And then their legs, sometimes their legs have like designs on their legs, like that, I think. So we'll put more legs in the background. And another set of hopper legs. All right, he's a grasshopper. Here's his facey. And we'll add a little shadow underneath and underneath his wings. Okay. Those legs will be like that. All right. Just like that. Yep. And we'll make him a little bit more blue on his head. He's a blue grasshopper. purple in there, just because purple is fun. It says belly, so it makes it look a little bit different. Yep. It's chilling on a blade of grass. What do we think so far? This used to be a blank page, and now it is an interesting landscape. All right, what do we think about it? I love it. I'm really happy with this grasshopper. I don't know if this is what a grasshopper looks like. I'm gonna have to look up a grasshopper. I have a feeling I might have mixed up like an ant with a grasshopper, but you know, it doesn't have to be completely correct. I'm glad I chose to do the grass really big. It's so funny, because like every time I mess around in my sketchbook, I always wanna paint whatever I make. I always wanna paint it on a canvas. So, just from letting loose in my sketchbook. So yeah, should we do another one? Let's do another one. I'm gonna put some parchment paper in between so it doesn't completely transfer when I add water and scribble really hard. All right, for this one, I'm looking at these three colors right here. For whatever reason, I'm looking at these three colors and I wanna use these three colors. I might use more colors. We'll see what happens. Because I'm just kind of going with what I feel in the moment. So we got some water and maybe we've got the sun in the sky. With that, throw some water on it. I don't want a clear line because I'm not really sure what's gonna go here yet. But down here definitely looks like water. So I'll try to keep that kind of water effect going. Pull this down into the water so it's like a reflection, kind of. I kind of want to do some really dark trees, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I got like a bright sun going on, but maybe like the sun is so bright that it's making the trees really dark looking on this side. I also kind of want one going into the water. actually really like how all this is. I think I'm just gonna add some like big leaf shapes coming down, as if there's like really close branches, and then have like almost like a halo effect going on. I'm gonna leave this one here. I am pretty happy with this. I went a little too much on the branches up in here, but I actually really like this corner, all the colors, and I like how some of it's blurry and then some of it you can see the branches and stuff. So I really actually like how that corner turned out. Over here, you know, the scribbling kind of got away from me. It almost looks like there's like a nest, like a squirrel nest up in the tree or something. And then this tree, when I first did it, I was like, oh, it's kind of like too straight. But I think because I made like this part underwater, you know, it kind of makes it look like it goes really far, because this is kind of closer and then the bank kind of goes deep out that way, so it kind of it gives it a little bit more distance, I think. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm glad that I started with these three colors. You can still kind of see the three color inspiration going on. But yeah, super happy with this one. I think these both turned out really good, especially, you know, I had zero plan. I just kind of did whatever felt right, and you know, I got two completely different outcomes. I think this mountain is totally from one of my quick draws. Let me see if I can find it. For those of you who saw my last quick 2-minute draw session, I did a train, and the mountain is like almost the exact same as the train. So I thought that was really funny. I don't know, I really enjoyed doing that. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to give me a like. It helps me out so much. Thank you to all my subscribers, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time.